Get ready for your daily dose of WordPress and web development tips, tricks, and insights to help you find success with WordPress. You're listening to WP the Podcast with your hosts, David Blackman and Tim Streifler.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of WP the Podcast, brought to you by WP Gears. I'm David Blackman.
And I'm Tim Streifler.
Today we're going to talk about whether or not it's too late to get into WordPress. WordPress recently turned, 15 years, Tim? They're in their 16th year, and there are tons of WordPress developers around the world, probably in your local market as well. WordPress is open source, it's free, so the barrier to entry is pretty low. You know, if you've got some technical ability and you can watch YouTube and you can learn, then you can use WordPress. So the question is it too late?
Definitely not. I think WordPress right now is, obviously the market share has continued to grow. What is it, David? It's over 30% of the internet is built on WordPress?
Almost 35% of every website on the internet is built on WordPress.
Yeah, and that number is continuing to grow, and WordPress is doing things to stay relevant. For example, the launch of Gutenberg, the native page builder, essentially, that's now built into WordPress, the block-based builder, in order to stay competitive with Wix and Squarespace and all of those platforms. And you have the largest ecosystem of third-party companies that are creating premium plugins and themes and layouts and all of those things for WordPress, and which is helping continue WordPress and helping build that market share. So if you're someone you're not sure if it's too late to get into WordPress as a product creator, I would say definitely not. The market is changing now that, there's Gutenberg and stuff. The general WordPress themes are becoming less common. You really have to go after either a Gutenberg page builder theme or a page builder in general. And so the landscape is changing, but it's definitely not too late to get into WordPress as a product creator. As a website builder, whether you want to build for clients or what, there couldn't be a better time, because with almost 35% of the internet, that is a stat that you can use to your advantage to convince clients to let you build their website on WordPress. And so, WordPress is becoming more and more secure, more and more powerful, and it's definitely not too late. That's my opinion.
Yeah, and I don't think that WordPress is, it's such a huge leader in web development that they're continuing to innovate, but I don't really feel like it's to compete with the Squarespaces and the Wixes and the Weebly's, because, they're not even close. I think they're just trying to crush them, make sure that they never, ever, ever can catch up. I want to say the stat that I saw was like last stat I saw, which was a couple of years ago, nearly 35% of the internet was built on the WordPress platform, and number 2 was like 3%, which is insane. So I agree with Tim. It is definitely not too late. I've only been in WordPress for 5 years, and we've been able to build a really nice, successful WordPress company, both on the product side and the client services side. So check it out. If you've got some questions, you want to know how to get involved, leave us a comment. If WordPress is something you're interested in. Tim and I also last year, latter part of last year, released a course, that helps you, break into the WordPress space, things that you may want to do and stuff. So you can check that out on wpgears.com. Tomorrow we've got another great episode, how to submit your sitemap to Google. Tim, until tomorrow, we'll see you then.
Take care. Bye-bye.
We've come to the end of today's episode of WP the Podcast. Join us tomorrow for more daily tips and strategies designed to help you run your WordPress business toward success. Remember to subscribe to WP the Podcast so you can stay up to date with each episode. And don't forget to rate and review us. We'll see you again tomorrow, right here on WP the Podcast.